Damn. All right. Give it a little second. Let me think about how I'm gonna work this.
All right, take your time.
A few moments later.
What's going on, LFG fam? Welcome back to the pod. As you can see, we have a special guest, a new father. Welcome, Justin, back to the pod, boys.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
As always, we have J Mag John, of course. The boys pod.
Boys pod. Boys pod. Boys pod.
Boys pod.
Boys pod. Roman's right there in the back of the boys pod. Oh man.
You gonna take it away, or do I?
Take it away. All right.
Yeah. Is it Elliot?
Yeah. Good to be back. Glad to be back. Man, I have not slept properly in about a week. Andrea slept way less. So shout out to her doing the mom thing. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be back. I don't have no news for you guys. It's been almost impossible for me to keep up with the news, so I just figured I'd let J-Mac handle that. But this episode's gonna be jam-packed, in my opinion. We got so much to talk about, so many movies and shows. We're gonna talk about Sinners. Sinners came out this past Thursday. Man, it's kind of crazy. We had been tracking that movie since it first was an idea. Since, Ryan Coogler first, talked about him doing his next movie. And I talked about it a little bit. But to see like the reception that it's getting, I did see when those Rotten Tomato scores first came out, high 90s for both. And man, it's incredible. So shout out to that. We're going to give our review for that later on. Talk about The Last of Us. I let the boys know a little bit about the first episode, but maybe I'll get into that before we get into the second episode of season 2. And then obviously, we'll do the regulars, whatever regulars we have, and whatever the boys brought it. It should be a good show, man. But yeah, like I said, LFG as always starts with the news, and J-Mac, take it away. 'Cause like I said, I ain't got nothing. So.
Well, this first section, Cody's been doing news lately, and it's been hilarious to see his reaction to it while he's reading. So we're gonna keep it like that. Cody's gonna go ahead and bring up the share screen for his first section of news.
Hopefully, this is the right section. Well, fellas, Ryan Coogler's Sinners is the only horror film to get an A cinema score in 35 years.
A lot of accolades going around. Go ahead and hit that next one.
More on this later. Ryan Coogler's Sinners is the best reviewed wide release film of the decade. 98% from critics and 96% from audience members on Rotten Tomatoes.
Just been obviously popping off. That's at 98 right now, and I think that's still holding up right now. So there you go.
Wow,
it's still going. Go ahead and hit the next slide.
Wow. Sinners stats: A on Cinema Score, 4.3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 1 at domestic box office, 45.6 million. Best reviewed wide release film for this decade. Biggest domestic opening for an original film this decade.
Sinners has been going crazy. Accolades left and right.
Yo, I didn't know none of this. More on this later.
Yeah, definitely more on this later. Hell yeah.
Wow. Christopher Nolan received a special thanks in the credits for Sinners. He helped to advise Ryan Coogler on shooting the film with large format photography. Oh, I saw a video about this stuff. That's pretty cool.
That's actually really dope.
That is cool.
For
That's
sure.
cool.
He calls him Chris.
One of the goats helping one of the future goats, honestly. So crazy.
Yeah. Sinners. This is a lot of Sinners. Is Miles Catton's first acting role. Oh, that's the main character. Okay. He went on tour to sing background for her. Oh, when he was 16 years old, and he learned blues guitar specifically for this part. Wow. Practicing over 5 hours a day for 2 months. I could learn an instrument like that then, if that's the case.
That's crazy. Nah, this dude was talented. Obviously, we'll speak more on him later, but phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure. Another Sinners. Wow. Star Miles, we're going to call him Catton because I feel like that's just where it's at, says his goal is to join the Marvel I'm not mad at it. I don't know where you're gonna fit. Oh, not bad. I mean, my name is Miles.
You're an
He
idiot.
wants to be Miles.
Miles
Oh,
wants to play
yeah.
Miles. Hell yeah, I'm for it. After seeing his performance in Sinners, I am for it.
That's really interesting. That's cool.
That is interesting because I feel about that. Jack O'Connell learned to play the banjo for his role in Sinners and has been Irish dancing since he was a kid. Wow. All the singing and dancing on set made him feel like Beyonce.
Oh god.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey, respect him because he did his shit on that
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anthony Mackie is on his way to London to start filming Avengers Doomsday. Shh, with the Powerpuff Girl shirt on. Oh my god. And so it begins. I'm ready for
next
that
year.
movie.
Next year's gonna be crazy.
Next year is gonna be insane. Anthony Mackie says that Avengers Doomsday will end on a cliffhanger. Well, I think we kind of already knew that, right? No one is safe. Everyone is expendable. That's crazy to say.
Yeah.
Is he trying to say? Go ahead.
Well, see, I don't know. I get like obviously Infinity War vibes from it. Everybody was kind of just dusting away, right? So I don't know. That's kind of that's the vibe I get. So we'll see.
I was gonna say, or is he trying to like? Is that like a not a spoiler, but is he trying to say people are gonna die? Like, we're just gonna see people going. Can't say stuff like that, man. The Highlander remake is now moving forward at Amazon MGM, starring Henry Cavill as and directed by Chad Stahelski.
Stahelski. I grew up watching Highlander, both the show and the movie, with my mom. She was a Highlander fan, so I was introduced to Highlander that way. Duncan MacLeod, which is the dude on the right, which is the main Highlander. They're crazy concepts, man. They're warriors that have been living since hundreds of years, and there can only ever be one which has immortality and shit like that. And the way to kill the other one is you have to chop off their head. So it's a crazy premise. If you guys haven't seen the Highlander, I definitely recommend watching it. Both the show and the movies were great. But it's Henry Cavill, and I'm super excited he's going to be taking on Highlander.
That man is holding a katana and a longsword.
Hell yeah. I'm telling you, decades.
No shit.
A warrior through the
That is
decades.
crazy.
I'm excited for this.
That brother loves them rolls.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
God.
Yeah. Probably sick of it at this point, man. But
Indeed.
movie theaters are now banning people who throw popcorn and other items during the chicken jockey scene. So not only are you getting kicked out, but you are also getting banned from the movie theater. So, yeah. Go ahead.
You shouldn't have to warn people more than once. After you give that warning, they shouldn't do it no more. If they do it, then you face the consequences.
Yeah. So that's it.
How are they gonna ban you though? Like if you go
Take a picture
during,
of you.
But come on.
There's gonna be a whole wall now, like, hey, banned from Minecraft because of Minecraft. Right here, keep it front and center.
You know what I'm saying? But like the employees, at least if I'm working there, I don't make enough to check the wall to be like, oh man.
I don't know, man. There's plenty of videos of people taking their jobs too seriously, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be one of them.
That just seems like a lot, though. I don't know. Like I get the idea, but like.
Hopefully, I think. Well, not hopefully. I'm pretty sure it's more of a deterrent. Like, hey, like, you get banned if you do this shit. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. So, but yeah, like I said, we're all sick of this shit. Act properly, man. Come on, it's enough of this bullshit. Well, some good news for the Minecraft movie. It is now likely to earn at least $1 billion overall. The film has already passed 700 million worldwide, so on track to hit that billion mark, like we all thought it was going to, just based off of the money that it made that first weekend. So,
sequel incoming,
franchise incoming. It's going to be crazy. So there you go. We'll stay tuned to see if it does hit that billion, but pretty likely that it will. Aaron Moorhead was asked if Foggy Nelson faked his death in Daredevil Born Again. I think one of us, maybe even Cody, had brought this up. Like, hey, we saw that somebody else didn't die. I think it was Bullseye at the time. So that was pretty interesting. But he was quoted as saying, I've heard this theory, you eagle-eyed geniuses. I would love to tell you. However, Marvel will snipe me if I say anything else. Generally, the supernatural doesn't really interact with this street-level universe as much, even though it's within the MCU. That often gives much stronger consequences, and dying very often does mean that you're actually dead, but that's all I can say. So.
I like him. He's very aware.
Yeah.
That was a smart response.
To me, that's how he's coming back.
You gotta know that. Like because some people, they just be acting, just taking the job, but for him to know that, like that's pretty smart.
I mean, obviously in the comic books he comes back, but crazy ways he comes back, so we'll see how they do it here. But I'm pretty sure he's coming back. There's no way. Not off that incident. That's crazy. We'll see. Mikey Madison passed on the role to star in Sean Levy's Star Wars.
Good for her.
Yeah, that's what people say.
Crazy.
Wow.
Dodged a bullet, man. Yeah, it's
Good
toxic
for her.
fandom. Movies aren't really going anywhere. That whole verse really isn't going anywhere. It's just not been good. And she's like, nah, not for me.
Good. Yeah,
Crazy.
'cause I love Mikey. Stay the fuck away from Star Wars, please. Hell no.
Well, some Star Wars news here as well. New Star Wars animated series Maul Shadow Lord has officially been announced, releasing in 2026. That'll be pretty
There you
cool.
go.
And
One
now
thing
y'all
Star
are
Wars
excited.
does do,
I know.
well, one thing
Oh,
Star
Star
Wars
Wars.
does do right is animated. Okay, they do their
What they got to
thing
do
when
with
it
the
comes to
last
animated.
thing?
You're gonna love
Just
this.
because, I don't know, anything could have been a part of this greatness. Who knows?
Nah, she's good.
Nah,
Maul, though.
he's good.
That's fire. It's about time.
Damn.
That's dope.
Hopefully, this is in
Shadow
between the time
Lord.
that we last saw him, and then I think he showed up in Solo, right? And he was like the head of that organization. So, let's see
I
if
think that was the end credit scene.
yeah,
think.
I think it was. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Tremors creators have won the rights back to the OG script. This is exploring a return to perfection sequel, along with two other outlandish ideas. Kevin Bacon wants to return, and they're considering ideas to bring him back. This is another one of those '90s movies. I think it was even the '80s. Tremors was just. I love this original movie. It was crazy. Kevin Bacon was great in it. So there's a lot of them, and it gets really weird and really like, I guess, spoofy of itself and shit later on because it's just ridiculous. But those first two, they're pretty good. So if you guys haven't seen Tremors, go check that one out. Those are pretty good movies.
Kevin Bacon going old, man. Shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he did. Cody, Takashi Yamazaki's next Godzilla film is a direct sequel to Godzilla -1. Get some answers maybe as to why he survived in the building and all that.
I mean, obviously there was going to be a sequel. Like, why are we acting like that wasn't what the whole thing was? Like,
nice.
It's your
I'm
favorite
excited for
movie.
this. Hell yeah.
That's funny.
hopefully it's better.
The PlayStation hopefully is better is crazy. The PlayStation 6 console generation will include a standard console and a portable one, according to leaks. This is rumored to release late 2027 to 2028. It'll also be a portable PS6, less powerful than the PS5. Portable console will likely launch after the main one. And
You know what that means, right?
So, what does that mean?
It's going to be so expensive. They had to throw
Hell
in a
yeah,
portable
though.
console just to make you pay more.
Let's match with the Switch.
Well,
And then a year later,
Exactly.
they're going
to exactly. The Switch went ahead and did that crazy $450 price tag. Now that means that the big boys can actually, raise their shit too to $600, $700. It's already what? It was $500, right? To
Yeah,
get a
it was
PS5,
$500, $400
That's
for
going-
digital.
Yeah, that's going to $700.
But you're making
That's
it
going-
mandatory to
Not
pay
paying
more.
for
Like, I hate when they do this. Just drop the console separate. Some of us don't care for the portable. Like, you don't need to do that. It's forcing.
And then I wonder, like, obviously it's going to be stronger, but, like, what's it going to do that the PS5 doesn't?
They're gonna add back the bullshit they took away. They're gonna let you customize your backgrounds again.
Mhm.
They're gonna have the internet be the internet again. They might add
Oh,
lives
God.
back, something crazy
Lives.
like
They
that.
Lives.
can't. They're
They
not
learned their
adding
lesson.
lives back.
They learned the lesson on the live.
It's gonna have PS Home again.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
I PS Home.
Sims.
I want PS Home. Yeah, PS Home.
They're not gonna add that.
But no, we're gonna add a portable console that you're forced to get.
PS5 is so bad.
Like, bro, they took away everything. It just gave us a stronger console. Like, no,
That shit is so bad.
the best thing that they did was the chargers being changed. That's the best thing they did.
USB-C.
Yeah, that's it.
They can add but see, this is just adding shit back, so it's like,
Exactly. That's not it. Like, it's not.
I was gonna say,
good.
like the audio port,
Mm.
add that
Yeah.
shit back. It's like, I
We're
don't know.
going backwards to go forward. That
Shit,
doesn't make
no.
sense.
That's crazy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. This is just leaks for now, but we'll see if they come true.
How they leaking that?
How are they leaking that?
Yeah, who got that info when they leaking that shit? That
Right
seems like
there.
that seems like some classified ass shit, man.
Kepler
I don't know.
L2.
Kepler L2. I don't know. Oh, we'll see.
They need his IP.
Crunchyroll president confirms AI won't be used in anime production, quoted as saying, "We are not considering AI in the creative process, including our voice actors. We consider them to be creators." So no AI going to be used.
So some people are going to be using AI for voice acting. That's sad.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. We'll see. Crunchyroll at least says they're not going to do it. We'll see what happens.
Interesting.
The Academy announces all members must watch all nominated movies in each category to be eligible to vote at the Oscars.
How fucking long did it take them to do this?
Yeah. This should have already been a fucking
But
thing.
I think
like,
it's listen. I think the problem was that they didn't assume people were just gonna not watch movies. I don't know if that was a thing that was known or not. So they're probably like, oh, well, I guess we got to enforce it now because we thought people were gonna be like smart enough to do it.
Doing the jobs, it seems.
They exactly do their damn jobs. According to them, the Academy will track viewing via members-only Academy Screening Room streaming app. So I guess they get their own specific app.
Okay.
For films watched elsewhere, like at screenings, film festivals, etc., members will have to fill out a form declaring when and where they watched a film.
Yeah.
Crazy.
People in the comments were like, people are probably just going to they're going to hire their assistants to go watch the damn movie for them if they don't want to go watch it and fill out the form for them.
Nah.
So I don't know. We'll see. This is good. You know, this is good news. To me, it's like a no-brainer. This should have been a fucking thing anyways.
Yeah.
Like, but hey, it is.
If I'm
what
on
it
the
is.
committee, you got to take a test.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man, you got to answer some questions.
You
About
got
the
At
movie.
least, right?
I'm with
After
it.
us in school.
At the facility by yourself,
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
and you're getting patted down. No phone.
Like,
nothing.
why? People are so weird. Why
Bullshit.
would you even be on this committee if you're not gonna watch the movies? Like,
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't
so
make sense to me. Like, take it
weird.
seriously. Like, what are we
It's all
doing?
money. The movies slip them the money. They didn't even watch the fucking movie that they're being bribed by.
That's crazy.
Nah, hell nah, because some of those movies are small as shit. They're not paying for no fucking Oscar nom. Hell nah.
Nah. They
Like
do,
possibly
that's
the big
I
ones, but when you
guess,
look at
yeah.
movies that are getting nominated, like some of those are small
Tiny.
fucking. Yeah, like
You look
hey,
at the animated movie that won. It was Flow. Flow's a small studio.
yeah, fuck, yeah. There's no
So-
fucking way.
Yeah.
Imagine Disney would have everything. They
Don't
never
they?
lose.
Don't they?
No, they lost last year.
Then on to the next and final few pieces that I have. This reminds me. A live action Toys R Us movie is in the works. I brought this up too because it's kind of like the Kool-Aid movie, huh, Jet?
There's a Kool-Aid
yeah.
movie.
There's a Kool-Aid movie.
No, off the show he was watching, he was telling us about the Kool-Aid movie. At the
Yeah.
studio. So kind of
It's the
funny.
same shit.
So, I don't know where this is gonna go, how it's gonna work, but hey, it's in the works. Toys R Us.
Why they put
Hopefully.
live action like it was like
Gonna be a cartoon.
cartoon at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could have made it a cartoon with Jeffrey, right? Their mascot. I don't know.
The fucking giraffe?
The giraffe, yeah. Right? I don't know.
It's like a I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like that McDonald's movie.
Hopefully it gives all like the business side of it.
The founder,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The founder.
That's
Yeah.
actually a good idea.
Yeah.
That's not what I was thinking. I just
Could
hope
be
they bring back Toys R Us.
I think they were coming back, actually.
Yeah, because fuck.
I think they were, yeah. I think so.
Hopefully this boosts.
Bill Hader will reportedly co-write, direct, and potentially star in, get this, Jet, a Jonestown series for HBO.
That
was also-
crazy.
The Kool-Aid movie concept in the studio.
Yeah,
Jonestown.
that's crazy.
Yeah, kind of crazy. So
That'd be a good watch.
yeah, that'll be a crazy watch.
Bill Hader's that guy.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Stay tuned for that. We'll keep you guys up to date on that. Paramount is eyeing to develop Sonic spin-off films.
Mm.
That'll be pretty cool. Obviously, they have Shadow right there. I think I'm most excited for.
If they, I mean, this could be a new idea for all I know, but if they were going to do this, why didn't they give them their movies first and then like have them join?
They probably
Sonic?
didn't think it was gonna be successful. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first one was.
Yeah, but
How would you?
Because what are they going to like? Just I'm asking that now, but it makes sense in my head. But it's just like they could have done like a Shadow movie, and they still
For
are
sure.
probably going to. But I don't know. It's
No,
just kind of weird. Timing's kind of weird.
yeah, I know what you're saying. I just think after the Sonic movie and the success, they weren't thinking about it, like making the other movies separate at that point. They were just thinking about getting that sequel out, and then they're finishing this. But by then, it was like it's too late. But we still want to push the movies out, so they just like fuck it.
Because now I wonder how good these are gonna do. Because I imagine Sonic's not gonna be in a handful of these. So it's like if they do like a Tails movie, is that gonna do as good as the fucking Sonic movie?
Yeah, there's no way you do a Tails movie.
I'm hesitant to this a little bit because of the Knuckles show. Like that was just god awful. Knuckles wasn't really a part of it like that. So
What the?
yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. This is
And obviously a movie's different, so it's not
it's exactly
apples to apples. But
yeah,
it'll be interesting because for me personally, like I'm gonna see all of them, but the Shadow one is like I'm there day one for that one. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully we get that multiverse. That's what I'm looking forward to. Anyways.
We'll see what happens. Sebastian Stan says residuals from Hot Tub Time Machine saved his career before he joined the MCU. What is saying, I was actually struggling with work. I had just gotten off the phone with a business manager who told me I was saved by $65,000 that came in residuals from Hot Tub Time Machine.
Wow.
It's actually
Crazy.
insane.
I don't even remember him being in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Me either.
It's probably because he looks like that. But fucking acting is so crazy, bro. Like that, like starting off point, like that shit must be scary.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't know if a bunch of them don't pop off, like getting to that status. So that shit's crazy.
Somebody in the comments was like, just goes to show you that taking all these jobs, especially early on, could matter. Matter. So kind of crazy. Yeah. Shout out to Sebastian Stan, Winter Soldier. So more Sinners news here. Ryan Coogler's Sinners had the third biggest Monday domestically for any horror movie ever, earning $7.8 million. So just picked up a little accolade on Monday. So
why wasn't this the other Sinners news?
It was at the end already by the time I uploaded everything. I didn't want to go and re-upload everything. So, and not only that one, there's another one right here. Warner Brothers film chief Michael DeLuca teases Ryan Coogler's return to studio after he finishes Black Panther 3. What saying, I just spoke to him this morning. He will absolutely be back. So we talked about there being two.
That's interesting because I heard he's working on a fucking X-Files reboot.
That too, I did hear about
one of those two.
Yeah, I did hear about that too. So
that brother's working.
Yep, there you go. Sony is launching a competition where moviegoers must watch the new Until Dawn movie on repeat and stay awake for an all-night marathon or they lose. Moviegoers must have no dozing off, no bathroom breaks, and no phones. I brought this specifically for Cody. Cody could do this. I think stay up all night.
I kind of need a phone though.
So, hey, I don't know what they're winning. I don't know what the prize is or whatever, but all night on repeat.
Where the fuck?
I mean, I can for sure can stay up because of my sleep schedule, but
no bathroom breaks is kind of crazy.
No bathroom breaks is kind of crazy.
Unless they
at least give me like a minute and a half, just let the leak out. But like, yo,
you're gonna fall asleep on the toilet.
That's why time it. Give me a minute and a half.
But like a minute and a half for the whole night.
Oh, come on.
Are you trying to say Until Dawn is so boring that it'll put people to sleep?
No,
there's no way. That is kind of a weird competition, though. Like, why is that the thing?
Because it's Until Dawn. You gotta wait. You gotta stay up awake the whole movie until dawn.
Yes, yeah.
The prize is two tickets to Until Dawn.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, I'll see if I can find exactly what the prize is or what the point of it is at the end.
I mean,
and then what do they do? Oh, Until Dawn. Yeah,
I'd do it.
And depending on what the prize is, I mean, I don't think that's that crazy. Just don't drink nothing.
So, yeah, for sure.
Just don't drink.
Are they gonna give us food?
Popcorn?
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't want to eat popcorn and drink your.
No, yeah, you can.
Yeah, so you want to sit there for 12 hours and not like eating, drinking, can't go to the bathroom.
Depending on what the shit, stay tuned because obviously if the prize is worth, let's just say fucking $10,000, obviously you're gonna do it, right? Then there's no
plans, but you gotta try.
So,
it's an all-night marathon. So when the fuck does it start?
Probably
at
sunset.
Yeah, 12 to 12 is what I thought.
12 to 12.
Sunset to sunrise.
I mean, you think you're gonna be sitting there from 8 to fucking 12 in the morning?
Like 4.
That's crazy, bro.
So, yeah, stay tuned for the end of the pod. See if I find anything.
If
on
it's like
this.
an 8 to 4, I can do that easily.
It's gonna be sunset is usually like around, depending on where you're at, like between 6 to 8 o'clock, depending on where you're at.
Hold
and
on.
then
That
sunrise
shit is still out right now.
That's what I'm saying. Sunset here, I think, is not till like 8 something.
8 at least. Man.
Yeah, so
Yeah, like
to
it's
like
already dark outside.
4:30 maybe. Nah.
Yeah, if that's the time, I can do that easily.
6.
I
Like
think it's like
literally
6 in the
easy.
morning.
6 sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
6.
I could do 6 easy.
So
I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
just
I'll
find
get the
something
details.
new about the movie every time.
hey, that'd be kind of cool. Like if there was different viewings, different ways, to
That
watch the
would
movie,
Maybe
different
because
deaths.
that's how the game is. You get different endings
Yeah.
and shit depending on what you
that'll
chose.
be cool. That'll be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think this comes out tomorrow, so hopefully I can
shit.
check that out.
I'm not big on it, but I do want to see it.
And then this is not really news, but a PSA. Massive spoilers have leaked from Thunderbolts. Make sure to mute hashtags and keywords. So
Didn't it just come out?
no. This
No,
hasn't come out yet.
there was a special screening, and I don't even think. I guess it was on the same night that the content creators got to watch it, which was last night. Because I know that Phil got to watch it last night. Apparently, from what everyone is saying, the end credit scene is fucking ridiculous. That's what they're saying.
I know it's YouTube.
And it connects apparently.
Finally.
So yeah, like J Mac was saying, I mean, dude, I could probably do it now, but yeah, just stay off of social media, mute the hashtags and the keywords. Yeah, I can't wait. I need to buy my ticket for this actually. So
Was
I
this
already
supposed
got
to be a
my
good
ticket.
one?
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is filmed in IMAX, so that's where I bought my ticket at IMAX. So, crazy. Excited.
I know what I'm
Dope.
watching tonight.
The Last of Us star Bella Ramsey on comparisons to the video game Ellie and deactivating social media accounts. I got quite fixated with the way that Ellie looks in the game and her muscle definition. My body type isn't that. It was a challenge for me to let myself off the hook for not looking computer generated. I always knew that I'd deactivate it one day and never even really wanted to have social media in the first place. If I just avoid Twitter and Reddit, which now I am doing, then everything's totally fine.
Shout out.
Staying-
Yeah,
Why
still
away
getting
from all that?
bullied.
Yeah, no, she's
She
getting
is.
bullied.
No, she's
tremendously.
getting bullied.
Yeah,
That's
tremendously.
so fucked.
That God of War one was insane.
Yeah,
But-
Oh, there's
I
like
will get
memes and
into
shit
it.
or what?
Yes.
We'll
Fuck.
get into it because I actually have something to say about that.
That
But
is so fucked
they're-
up.
They're bullying the shit for no reason, bro. Because her
That is so
performance is
fucking
fine.
mean.
It's just she don't look like her, and that's okay.
I'm so happy for her that she's unbothered. Like I said, I'm gonna get into it later, but shout out Bella Ramsey.
That is all the news I got. That we got.
So fucked up, man. Why do people like
on LFG. But yeah, you guys know the rules. If you heard something you didn't already know about, hit that like button now. That'd be much appreciated if you went ahead and did that. But it is that point in the show again. Our what did we watch? What did we watch this week? What did we play? Perhaps what did we listen to this week? Before we hit the usuals, John, anything new this week?
a little bit?
Okay,
I
what you got?
saw a couple episodes of Black Mirror, the new season.
Okay.
I don't remember when I did. I could have probably said it last time, but I forgot. They're all right. They don't feel the same though.
A lot of people have been saying that.
Yeah, because those other ones were mind fucking. These ones are just kind of like crazy stories. They're nothing like fucking a pig. Like, were we serious?
Oh shit!
That's the first episode of the first season.
yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is just crazy
Yeah,
shit.
that's pretty wild.
hmm But yeah, they just don't feel the same. I've only seen like two or three.
Okay, because I think Andreas finished the season. They did a sequel to the USS Callister episode. I don't remember what season that first one was in, but I really liked that first one. That episode was pretty dope. But I only saw the first episode of this new season, or I don't even think I finished it. I think I saw half of it. But the dude's wife is basically like a cell phone. Like she shuts off when she gets out of range.
Okay, yeah.
I saw the whole season. I just don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But
It's
yeah, that
what's
one was
keeping
crazy.
her alive.
Yeah,
That's what-
she's basically
Yeah.
basically she died, and in order to save her, they had to put in
They took out that
like-
piece of her brain.
yeah, they took out a piece of her brain and
scan.
replaced it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
And it is, and the only way to keep it active is to be in the range of the towers, like a cell
but
phone.
there's fucking packages.
And,
There's
yep,
higher
they start
packages you could
upgrading,
get, and just...
you're on normal. You got to upgrade to this. It's extra 300 on top of what you're paying.
Package no more. I was just like,
and
what? Fuck that. You got to get the plus. I was just like, oh, fuck that. That shit
episode
was
was crazy.
really. Just put it
That's how
into that
Rashida
perspective.
Jones.
That was crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure. I saw Rashida Jones. So I was pretty locked in. But that, from what I saw, that one was okay.
Yeah,
It was
I think it
okay.
was nothing too crazy, but
Mhm. And then he just
Yeah, I
strangled the fuck out of her.
I mean, but when the dude pulled out the glove thing, I don't know.
Oh,
That was kind of crazy.
yeah, that
was
was
getting kind of
fun.
crazy, man.
That's
that
a
was crazy. That
piss
was crazy.
drinker. Well, that was that. And then when was it? Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah,
Yesterday.
it was Monday. No, Monday.
Oh,
I was part of that number that we just saw. The Minecraft.
Okay.
shit. Okay.
Wait, what do you mean part of the number? What number are we talking about?
Didn't we just see Monday numbers?
That was
Oh.
for Sinners.
Oh, what the fuck? Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say you talking
I
about the
was like,
popcorn
yeah.
throwing numbers. What are you talking about, man?
No, but yeah, it was a good movie. I didn't hate it. I was laughing at the little jokes. It was pretty fucking funny. It wasn't bad. Yeah.
Rating?
An 8.
Oh,
So you fucked them up with that question.
Yeah. A 4. No, because it wasn't
That's-
bad. It was cool. It wasn't like corny, I should say. It was.
What'd you give it, J-Man?
Wasn't
I
too
didn't
childish.
say here on pod, but I did say a 4.
4.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a bad movie. Just, I mean,
Nah, it
yeah,
was.
it wasn't.
Just wasn't for me, though.
That's why it wasn't for adults, most
Yeah.
definitely. And, well, there's adults who play the Minecraft, so they'll understand it. But it wasn't that bad of a fucking movie, a 4. Like, the movie itself wasn't bad. The jokes.
I mean,
were
it
funny.
was. Marco liked it too. That's
I just a 4 is crazy. It
yeah.
wasn't
Marco
like,
liked it too.
like I hated
Yeah.
watching this shit. Like, it was
I didn't hate
alright.
watching it, but I mean, it was
A
just.
4 is fucking crazy.
It's 'cause Like I know how you're feeling right now, but you got to remember, like,
Gotta factor in
Like
all
a
the
fi- like
details
a-
and shit, or what?
no, but because you got to remember, like, a 5 is mid, so he's at a 4, so that's right
That's
below.
below.
Mid. Like it's,
Yeah, it's a
it's
little.
one
average.
below mid.
That's a lot. It wasn't even mid.
John, you're at an 8. 2 more, and you're at a 10.
It wasn't a
Yeah,
bad
that-
movie.
you're pretty high. You're pretty high on that shit. I mean, I get it.
I
It's
guess
you.
I'll go 7. But
You don't have
Nah,
to change
that's
your
what
rating.
I'm
Yeah, you don't have to
saying.
change it.
That's
I'm
what I'm
just
like,
putting it in
it-
perspective.
it wasn't a bad.
Because it could just be personal enjoyment.
Yeah,
if
you could
you-
you
if you
personally
had a
enjoy
fun
it
time,
at an
that's
8. That's
crazy.
fine.
And let me,
He's offended, bro. You should have liked it.
Yeah,
let-
at least a 5, halfway.
nah, like
4 is crazy. That makes it seem like it was a
Minecraft
bad
people-
movie. That's why.
it is a bad movie. It is a bad movie. Minecraft people are loving the movie. They like the movie. If you're not a Minecraft person,
Fucking hate Minecraft.
No,
it's
you love those type of games, which is doesn't
No, I
make
fucking
sense
hate
in my
Minecraft.
head. It's literally Terraria.
No, it's
It's-
not.
it's at a 48 on Rotten Tomato with an 87 audience score. And obviously, those are the motherfuckers throwing the popcorn and shit.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
And even that, I wanted to say, like, I did not feel that excited to throw fucking popcorn. You know, like
It wasn't the
that-
excitement.
did you
It's
did
a-
you
it's
get
a-
any? Did you get anything like that? Anybody cheering, yelling, and shit like
Nah,
that?
to be honest, it was only us and then the people behind us.
Oh, okay.
We could have sat anywhere, yeah.
Okay.
But that was it. Just the time we went.
I was gonna say they're only
But-
throwing popcorn because it's like
It's a thing now. Yeah, it's a fucking
thing.
It's
not
the
because
meme
of
to
the
do.
movie.
It's the
Yeah,
fucking
but like-
yeah.
want to do it.
Even, yeah, I guess. But even the first person to have done it, like, it wasn't that exciting.
Yeah, somebody started it.
Yeah, that's
somebody
why.
started
Like,
it
who
and
the
then just
fuck
fucking
got that
ran.
excited. Like, it wasn't that amazing to throw popcorn when he came out. He just came out. It was quick. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. But no, it was alright. And then, yeah, I guess there'll be a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has to be.
absolutely.
Alex.
Those-
They just Snuck it.
You didn't watch Cyberpunk?
No. No.
J-Mac lied to me.
Nobody lied to you.
J-Mac
He
definitely
did not
What did
say
I say?
watched it.
I asked him if he watched Cyberpunk.
Oh.
And all I did was say
And
stay
then he
tuned.
said more on that later.
And
I
he
said
said
stay
stay tuned, And we stayed tuned, and we found out he did it.
Don't get my hopes up again.
And The Last of Us, it did not stick with me. I couldn't keep watching after what I saw.
Okay, Jet, this motherfucker said he would rather watch Dune than The Last of Us.
It just wasn't. It didn't catch me. And my nephew even put that third episode that I needed, and it just didn't. I mean, I just can't
Emmy
get past
award-winning show.
I tried it. I just can't. It doesn't catch you. You see, that's what I'm telling you. They slip money down low for those votes, man. I don't give a fuck.
No,
That's
no,
Sony,
no.
isn't it? Damn right they do. Bull fucking shit. Like,
no, not this. Season 1 was phenomenal. Season 2 is going great so
Is
far
it?
as well. It's like
I'm telling you, I tried. It just isn't catching me. And for a whole fucking hour, like, god damn, I'm not gonna just sit this. Like, if it'll catch me, I wouldn't mind sitting down again. But that's why I haven't gotten back to it.
there you go.
And that was it. And then Dope Thief.
Well, let's talk on Dope Thief then real quick.
Yeah. 'Cause I went back and
s-
rewatched it because my sister wanted to catch up. So I don't remember the exact last episode.
Well, the last episode was he's actually in the hospital. Him and Manny are like separated. Manny's in jail. They came to him with a deal.
Yeah.
So, and then the motherfucker comes on over the fucking PA system and just starts talking to him over the PA like if he's fucking Jigsaw and shit. Matter of fact, that was a whole Jigsaw scene.
Oh, yeah. Was it really?
Yeah.
It was?
That motherfucker started off by like, we're going to play a game. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that was a trip. Cause,
that was a great episode.
It was telling we're going to go all. We're going to get everybody.
Yeah.
And she's coming up.
I don't know if it had to be, right? Because it was dead bodies there and stuff. I just had a feeling like maybe he was the only one. It was in his head. He was hearing him because when the girl came out, he was still talking. I think, if I remember correctly, and the girl came up through the elevator and didn't hear anything.
No,
like, what's going on?
Ray was. He's like, come get me, because he's thinking it's her coming up the elevator. So he's like, get me, motherfucker, get me. And that's when it shows it's her. So he only kind of said that, let's play a game or whatever. I'm going to get everybody, and then that was it.
Yeah, I won't say this huge spoiler because Jet hasn't seen it, and it is a pretty good spoiler. But yeah, great episode. My boy Manny did have a little. I've been waiting for him to see some tough guy shit. And he had some tough.
Balls.
Yeah, hell yeah.
In real life, he is not winning that fight. I don't give a fuck. I don't know.
Fuck. I was like, if Manny wants to win this fight, he's got to go feral, man. He did. He went feral on this. He's do whatever you can to win.
That other dude did not want it then, because what the fuck?
He didn't want it.
Why are you gonna waste
for sure.
fucking people's time? That was just like, there's no way.
Yeah,
that's like impossible. Like, what the fuck?
That was kind of crazy that he did win that, but I mean, there you go.
Like, come the fuck on. That was my only, like, really. I don't care how much drugs you do. You're getting pain. You're feeling like, I don't.
The scene with his mom at the beginning, I was like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you going straight for the storage locker? But it turns out, I won't say that either because that was a good spoiler, but it turns out that no, she had a plan going to that storage locker, or what I thought she was going to the storage locker, and that's when the bikers showed up and shit went down. I wasn't sure if that was that was a great scene.
Was cool.
That was a great scene. So that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, great episode. I think next week is the season finale, and then that's it. So we'll see what Dope Thief does with the season finale.
Finally,
Man, that show needs to end already.
Crazy season finale, bitch! It's coming back.
Why?
I know.
That doesn't guarantee.
Huh?
It's not guaranteed to come back.
Well, you're just a hater. There's no reason.
It's on Apple. It's coming back.
Yeah, right. Hell yeah.
They greenlight shit over there.
They don't put 30 million into one episode.
I just want to know what's up with the animosity. What did Dope Thief do to you?
Nothing.
It just doesn't sound good.
I'm just not watching it.
I'm just not watching.
Sat my dumb ass down and watched Severance.
Wow, you loved it.
All right, now that we're done with Dope Thief, let's get into this. Right, so To this day, I can't believe you watched Severance.
Why?
Oh,
and John, because I love Severance, right?
You
There's
guys
no
love
way.
it like that?
Yes, I do.
That's
There's
crazy.
no way that you can't watch The Last of Us, but you watch Severance. And I
that
like
is wild.
Severance. I love Severance, but like it's like, come on.
That's
Man,
wild.
Like,
I
what is
love
not
that
grabbing you about The Last of Us?
I don't know. And like
You made
even
it through
the-
season 1 of Severance, bro, but you can't make it through season 1 of The Last. That's really wild.
Is
It's
it?
crazy.
Those
That
first
is.
few episodes just weren't it. That's where
crazy.
it starts. It's like that's a pilot. How the fuck does it suck?
He lost his daughter.
And then they just time skipped. I was like, all right, what the fuck they do in between all that?
Wow.
That's what you're pissed about? You wanted to see that?
I mean, that,
You don't even want to see what they're doing now. What the fuck would you want to see that for?
I mean, it's 20 fucking years just for
That's
nothing.
that's what pissed you off, bro.
No,
It
but
was
I
in
do
that
remember
beginning. You
that.
couldn't get over that.
He found a replacement fucking child. Like, is that
Wow.
what it is?
No,
It
that
just
is
didn't
wild,
get-
though.
What?
I don't know how
Because
Severance caught you.
it's like at this point, like I don't even think the game would save him.
I played
He's
the
played
game.
the game. That's the thing. He just stopped
I
playing
didn't
because he
really
got
like
hard
the-
stuck.
Yeah,
He got
I got
glitched
stuck
out.
where a fucking monster just keeps coming out beating my ass. I can't do that shit.
I know exactly where he got stuck.
It's like I don't know if like a building, but you just come in through like a cracked area, and it just keeps fucking me up. I can't do shit.
Yeah, I know.
I
where.
went back
I know where.
checkpoints.
That's I ran out of ammo.
Hell yeah.
I got no more shifts. I got nothing.
I can't do shit.
Didn't have my flamethrower yet. Shit was rough.
Hell no, I didn't even know there was a flamethrower.
You see?
Nah,
That's
that is
crazy.
kind of crazy. It is wild. Well, there you go. That was John's. What did we watch? Cody, anything new this week?
Nah.
Nothing new this week. I got 2 new ones this week. I'll start off with Let's Go with Devil May Cry. I obviously watched that one that week before. Jet wasn't here, so I didn't bring it up. But yeah, I watched Devil May Cry. Initial thoughts is I loved it. It was great. Fantastic. I know you guys were arguing about the plot, or not really arguing, but Cody was just like, the plot was like, all right, didn't really care for it. I was there for the plot. Yeah, I thought it was very interesting, very compelling to me. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wish we got to see him more in his devil form. I think he was in this shit twice. So that was
scaring people.
yeah. So that would have been cool to see. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed the season. The reveal of the bunny, I was like, that was kind of cool. That was kind of crazy of him being like human and shit. So, and it's kind of crazy to think about because the first time you see him, the guys are pointing the guns at him, and if they just decided to shoot that motherfucker one time, it's wraps. It's over. That dude's a human.
Yep.
So that was kind of cool and crazy to think about. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the season. Can't wait for season 2. I think that got greenlit already. So
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. So
yeah, that shit's awesome. That shit is, man, I can't wait. I'm sure you liked the element with his brother. I'm sure that was pretty cool to you.
yeah, that was pretty cool. And then the first time we see him, it's actually the demon that morphed into him. And I'm like, whoa, how does he know what he looks like? It's kind of weird, you know?
It
know.
made sense later on, yeah.
And then it made sense, later on of how he knew. So, yeah, that was really cool. That fucker's a badass.
Yeah,
He's a badass.
It's fucking crazy. That whole fucking jail thing. That shit was nuts.
Yeah.
You like the music?
Yeah. Actually, they had some good rock songs. I think that Papa
Yeah.
Roach was in one of them and shit. If not, that was the
Yeah.
intro. But Papa
That
Roach
was
was
the
in one
intro.
of them. Yeah. So, and then the music when he's I think on the freeway and shit with his motorcycle jumping cars and shit. That song was it had great soundtrack, great score to it. It was pretty cool. Kevin Conroy, yeah, you could tell right away that was Kevin Conroy.
Hey, yo.
Like, as soon as you heard that shit, and he was the vice president. I know you guys couldn't remember exactly. He was the vice president. So that was really cool.
Keep rolling.
Damn, I don't know. Obviously, he's still alive, the VP in the show, so they got to find a voice actor for that. And it's going to be a shame if it's not Kevin, but damn, sucks. But yeah, phenomenal. I liked it. Can't wait for season 2. But yeah, second one that I got here. Let's see, Jet. If he's caught up, I kind of alluded to it a little bit. I watched the studio. And I loved it.
That is why you said that, right? The fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's
shit?
why I knew.
could've- I picked it
I
up.
was making little references
Yeah.
to it because episode 1 was great, was fantastic. It's a comedy, but it's not like a in your face comedy type shit. You know, it's subtle jokes that make sense for what's going on. And that opening scene of Paul Dano, I think that's who it was, Paul Dano, and by the end of the whole episode, it's I don't know if you caught that, Joe. It was kind of like a storytelling. Like Paul Dano was the leader of whatever the fucking movie he was starring in, and the guy that killed him was his protege.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then by the end of it, he ends up taking over the head of the studio, and he was the protege of that. So I thought that was like, by the end, I was like, damn, that's actually pretty cool. The opening of the thing kind of connected to the way it ended, and it was full circle. But nah, I love the show. It's pretty funny. It's pretty hilarious. The whole Kool-Aid thing was crazy, and I was on board with the way he found a way to work around the Kool-Aid movie. I love that, man. And bro, oh man, what's the director's name before? Scorsese, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, Scorsese.
I've never seen an interview with him or really knew how he talked or knew how he was. That dude is awesome, and I'm sure he's the life of the party, man. That dude is hilarious and just good vibes. So it was pretty cool to see him in a scene and in two scenes, really, in the middle and at the end. I thought he did great, and that was pretty cool. All the episodes are kind of hilarious. I don't know if you caught up. The last one was all right. I think it did okay, which was called War.
Is that the High School Musical?
Oh, Zac Efron. No, that is not the last one.
That's not the Zac.
That one was great. That one had
that episode was fucking amazing.
That one was great.
Bro.
They had a whole little, what is it? 80s? No, not even like a 60s detective vibe to it, 50s detective vibe to it, and they had the coats on and everything, trying to find out everything. And yeah, that one was cool. The last one was War, and it's between I forget the name of the guy, but Seth Rogen's right hand and the girl that got the promotion. They're having a little war.
I don't think I've seen 5 then.
Okay, yeah, that one's all right. That one's okay. But all the other ones, yeah, it was hilarious, funny, on board. It's even the whole episode with Ron Howard, I thought was hilarious, and him having the long movie, and then Anthony
the difficult
Mackie coming in.
feedback.
Yeah, bro, that was hilarious. Anthony Mackie coming in like, "Hey, motherfucker, y'all got to get him to cut this shit." And they're like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that whole, it's a great season, and I'm having a fun time watching it. I was surprised by it just because Seth Rogen's funny at times, and sometimes he's not. Just depending on what version you get of Seth Rogen. But nah, he's definitely killing it here, and I'm enjoying the whole cast of the studio. So, if you guys,
I really like the progression of episode 2. It was like that one shot, and they have to get this shot before the fucking sun goes down. Bro, that shit.
Just leave. No, she likes me. She wants me to stay. Like, yo, yeah. And that was funny because that was his first day on the job of being head of the studio, and he's not used to people talking to him and wanting to, just talk to him. And she was like, they're talking to you and being nice to you because they want something from you. You're the head of the studio, bro. Come on, get in your head. He's like, oh shit. So
they want a bigger fucking budget or whatever they want.
She wanted her own private jet and shit. Yeah,
I'll tell you, it was cool because it's gonna sound crazy to say this, but they use like actual actors and they're playing themselves like that. Yeah. That shit is so fucking unique, man. I can't sing that show's praises enough. That shit is awesome.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's so fun to watch.
So Emmy Comedy Award or nomination or what?
Possibly.
You gotta figure it'll be nominated for sure.
Yeah, I think so. John and Cody, I think you guys would like it. It's hilarious. It's good. You guys should check it out. It's pretty good. But yeah, studio. You guys haven't seen
fucking Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston I think he's in 2 episodes so far, right? I don't even think I've seen him.
I think he's only been in 2 of them for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, he's hilarious in that one too.
He's a fucking scene stealer, bro.
Yeah, that whole Kool-Aid. I love that Kool-Aid episode. That one was hilarious. That one was hilarious.
The Kool-Aid movie. Sell tickets.
And then you find out. I was on board with the title too. Like Martin Scorsese was like, "Damn, Kool-Aid." Okay. And then he just loved the title. I was like, "Damn, that's actually a great title for that type of movie." That was a great title. Was perfect. Yeah, and he just fucked everything up, man. Seth Rogen just fucked everything up.
Yeah, it's cool because I don't know if you were paying attention because I brought up in the first episode. I can't remember who the actor is, but they were at like a party. I think it was Scorsese's party. I don't remember. Yeah. But they're at like a celebrity's house, and there's just actors in the background. There's just high profile fucking celebrities just walking in the background. Yeah, you got to go back and watch it. It's fucking crazy.
Okay,
it's crazy.
Charlize
man.
Theron was the her party, and then she's like, "Oh
Mhm.
damn, he's telling Charlize that motherfucker, shut up, motherfucker." She came to kick him out. Yeah,
And I'm sure these huge directors like Ron Howard, like I'm sure they're having a blast fucking making these episodes. Like it just looks like so much fun to fucking film. I would love to watch a behind the scenes, like just of them making it, because that show's awesome.
It's pretty good. Check that one out. Hopefully John and Cody will check that one out pretty soon. Get back with us.
I was gonna go back to back with you because me and Andrea watched The Pit.
Oh
whole
shit! Okay.
First season.
Okay.
Crazy.
I don't know if I said it on here, but we started to watch it, and this is before Roman was born, because I had put it on because I wanted to watch it really bad. And then she was like, "Why are you putting me through this, going through a fucking hospital right now before I got to go to a hospital?" And I was like, "Damn, you're right. My bad. Let me turn this shit off." So we waited until we got back. I thought that there was only 10 episodes because of the way that you were talking about it. So when episode 11 played, I was like, "Oh shit, there's more to go." So that was pretty crazy. I don't know how this show is being received, how it finished. I have no idea. But to me, man, season 1 was a 10 out of 10. I think it's fucking phenomenal. I thought it was amazing. By the end of it, I shed a tear. I really did. There's like a good 2-3 episodes back to back to back where there's something big that happens. Man, that dude, phenomenal. What's my brother's name? I know it, but I'm blanking because I'm just thinking about it. Noah Wiley, go ahead and get the Emmy nomination ready. That brother's got it, and I know that he was. I don't know if this is related to ER at all. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if that brother just likes doing doctor shows, but yeah, The Pit is fucking amazing. It's kind of crazy because, like I said, I give Noah Wiley his Emmy nomination. My favorite character was the blonde nurse. That was my favorite character of the whole thing. And then when what happens to her?
Glasses?
No, that's actually Andrea's favorite character. The I don't want to say this. Something happens to her, and she contemplates.
I know what you're talking about.
Quitting. Yeah.
Yes.
That was my favorite character all throughout. But they're all great.
Yeah.
They are all great. And the whole cast is amazing. I could see somebody else watching it having a different fucking character. I get it. Yeah. But yeah, Noah Wiley, dude. Man, the way that when the big thing that happens and he goes into that one room and just breaks down, dude.
Yeah.
That shit was phenomenal. There's like a full circle moment from the first episode and the last episode. It's just phenomenal writing, amazing acting. Yeah, The Pit's a 10 out of 10. That's one of my favorite first seasons of television ever.
Yeah.
That shit was phenomenal from beginning to end. And cherry on top was the finale. I didn't know how they were going to do the finale, but the finale was great. I thought it was amazing.
That rooftop scene, especially seeing that episode 1 and how they opened the rooftop scene and how they ended on season finale. Yeah. Phenomenal.
So fucking crazy. And can't wait for season 2. Like I think we brought it on here. Season 2 is going to be spanning over 4th of July weekend. That shit is going to be crazy. Because, like, being able to know the show how I know it now, Jesus Christ. The shit that they're going to probably show in that season is going to be ridiculous. Because they showed some shit in here. That birth scene, like, you prepared me for it, but I was not ready. Because that shit just happens. It's just a flat, bro. Yeah. Insane. There was something else I was gonna say. I'm trying to think. I don't know if you want to speak because I don't know how you feel about it, but
I forgot to bring this up last time. But I talked about how I was watching YouTubers and other doctors watch the show and stuff, and they're talking about how it's just like another day at work for them. This is really accurate. It was so accurate to the point where the doctors and the nurses that were watching it were like, damn, they're giving them the correct, MGs, like they're giving them the right amount of medicine or whatever that that person would need at that moment. And they're using the technology in the background is the actual technology that they have in hospitals, and what you're seeing on screen is actually real. Like, it's kind of crazy. So it just goes to show that the authenticity of the show, and they took the time to actually do everything right. And if a person's going through a heart attack, they're showing you what's on screen that's actually happening, that this is what it could look like for a heart attack. Whatever they're pushing into the IV and stuff like that, that's actually the correct amount of mgs and stuff. So just a phenomenal touch to what was already a great doctor show. So I thought that was pretty cool.
And then because I remembered, and I was hoping that I wouldn't forget until you stop talking. It doesn't make me want to watch other doctor shows, but it does make me want to see the comparisons to other doctor shows, just because, like, I finished it, and it's crazy to say because I haven't seen any other ones, but I was like, man, I don't think anything beats this. Like, I don't think I could watch Grey's Anatomy and feel the same way. I don't think I could watch I've seen episodes of House. I've seen a lot of episodes of House, actually.
That's the one I was like, about it. I gotta check out House, because that House, ER, Grey's Anatomy, those are the only ones that have been around for a long time. I know House was great back when it was running.
House
so
was
I'm not
crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
House was that I don't know. I'm for sure that feels like that's more of a drama, I think, because he was doing shit that you're like, the doctor is not gonna fucking do that. That fool was popping Vicodins and fucking performing heart surgery. He was on some shit for real. But yeah, man, I recommend The Pit. It's I don't think it's an easy watch. It's not an easy watch at all. But it is some of the best television I think you'll ever watch. Truthfully. And that thing that happens, I'm talking about, that big event, I know you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. He was on the phone with his, I'm just calling him stepson because it's kind of weird, but his stepson basically. Yeah. And when he said, like, what he said, I was like, that'd be crazy if this happens. And that shit happened.
That's exactly where I was at. And I was talking about full circle shit. And obviously we found out some things, but yeah, it was crazy. It was insane.
So they were like, man, this just happened. Everybody get fucking ready. That whole they were not ready. Yeah. Like, they were ready, but they were not ready. So yeah, just go give it a chance. I don't know if it's going to be for everybody, because like I said, it's not an easy watch, but the acting is great. The storytelling is fucking ridiculous. And yeah, when the Emmys roll around, Noah Wyle has my vote so far. Ridiculous.
I don't know if I'm pretty sure I brought it up when we were here, but if you all do want to watch another one, I'm on season 3, almost done with season. I think we did finish season 3 of The Resident. It's on Netflix. Season 1. Oh,
I think I saw that on there.
Was great. Was fantastic. They did stuff in there that I was talking about it that I haven't seen done in other doctor shows, and I've seen a lot of doctor shows. So,
is there another one on there?
Pulse, maybe that's the one that one just
Pulse,
came out.
But it is Pulse, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching that one for a doctor show. No,
it sucks.
It's not that it sucked, but it was. I mean, it might have even sucked, but it was a drama. It's just a drama, man. With they're just in a hospital, but it's drama. That's all it is.
That's what Grey's Anatomy is too. That's a drama fucking throughout for sure.
Yeah, like I was telling Cody, there's literally scenes or episodes where they have one patient the entire thing. And it's just so that they can have a patient because it's a fucking, hospital show. That's it.
Wow.
So it's like, nah, that was not it. And I only watched it because I was like, oh, we would just watch The Pit. Let's see what else we could watch. And yeah, that was not it. But The Resident was good.
Just one last thing. The Pit. Because I remember because I had brought it up on the pod, and I was like, I was trying to watch this new HBO original, trying to get ahead of it because like an HBO show blows up and it's like a whole thing. And I didn't get to watch it, and then you watched it, and you were like, it's cool because it's done every hour. And so obviously I knew that, going into like every episode was 1 hour of the day, and they go to the next hour. What I didn't take into account, and what I thought was so fucking genius, is that, a patient might come in there at 8, and they're sticking around until, whenever they're going to get released, like a real fucking hospital. And so you'll see like a character that was there at 8, and they might make an appearance in the 3rd episode. They're like, I'm still here. They're still trying to fucking something serious, obviously, but they're still trying to fix me up. So it was cool to just like, I don't know. I just thought that was really brilliant. That show's amazing.
Season finale where Noah's just like recounting the day he's crying and stuff. Where he's crying, he's like, "I had this come through. I had this person come through," and he's just recounting everything we just saw in season 1. And it's kind of crazy. We just saw that. So yeah,
and them chilling outside, just drinking beers because it's just like they just gotta fucking unwind and man, what's his the because this isn't a spoiler, but the kid, not the kid, but the younger guy kept getting shit on him. Not
Whitaker.
shit, but like
Whitaker.
fluids on him. Man, he was an amazing character, and then the end with the other female doctor, that was a great fucking scene.
Yeah.
This show is just great. Just so many great characters. So go give The Pit a try if you can.
That one did get received really well, by the way. IGN, I brought this up on the news last week. IGN themselves gave it a 10, so that's how you know it's good.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Deserved, but that is crazy.
Yeah.
And then my last one is Companion. I don't think this is an HBO movie. I just think it was on Max. But it was starring Sophie Thatcher, who is in Yellow Jackets. She's the blonde chick from Yellow Jackets. Jack Quaid, Huey. I didn't know he was in it, but it was cool to see that. And then just another one, Lucas Gage, who was in Smile. He was the blonde dude that got killed really early on.
Oh, okay.
This was a cool little 3 there. I really fucking liked Companion. The premise of the movie is this company developed these AIs, these robots that people can buy, and they basically fall in love with you, do whatever you say. You could fuck them, you could do whatever you want with them. They're literally whatever you want to do with them, but they fucking love you, and they'll listen to your every command. And so in the beginning of the movie, the girl, because it's crazy, because she's like, it's like an AI. It's like not an AI, but it's like an android. It's like Android 16 or Android 17 from Dragon Ball. Like, she looks like a real fucking like girl, and she's acting like a girl. She doesn't have like a robot twitch or anything. Like it looks like a fucking human. So that was pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever really seen it like that. Like, if they're a robot, and you can tell. Like, they have tail signs. But she's narrating in the beginning, and she literally goes, I don't remember the whole thing bar for bar, but she goes, "Yeah, you'll feel your most happiest when this is going like this, and this is going like this, and this is going like this. I felt that way at my happiest 2 times. The first time was meeting, his name is Josh. The first time was meeting Josh. That's Jack Quaid's character. And then the second time was when I killed him. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I was wondering how the movie was gonna play out with, giving us such a critical, piece of information. But yeah, that didn't matter. The movie was great. There was twists and turns. It was funny at some parts. Jack Quaid was great. Obviously, Sophie Thatcher was great. I just think it was a really well-made movie. And I would recommend it. I'm sitting at an 8, I think. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I do recommend it. It was an entertaining watch. So
sounds like that Megan Fox movie.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's what that Megan Fox movie wanted to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, Companion. LFG thumbs up on that one.
John, did you watch Sinners?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Making sure. I don't know. John's. All right.
Oh, I'm what?
It's review time. So
Let's go around the horn here. John, I'm gonna start with you. What you give Sinners?
Fuck. It's a trick question.
What?
It was like a 9.
Okay. A 9. All right. Jet.
Oh.
You're funny as shit.
It's shit.
For the sake of answering the question right now,
Wow.
It's crazy.
and this will make sense later,
Hopefully.
but I think I'm also at a 9.
J-Mac, you're next.
I'm next.
You're next.
What the fuck?
I'm at a 10. I'm at a 10. Maybe you could talk me down to a 9 because I was at a 9 at a certain point, and then it lifted me to a 10. So we'll see. I'll explain that later on. Cody?
Wow.
Who's
I'm
gonna
actually
say a 3?
surprised. Not really. No, I'm not. I'm not really surprised, but like I'm just surprised that everybody is around the same number. But besides me, I'm at an 8. So let's get into it.
What you guys
took
think?
off 2 points? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Get right to the nitty gritty.
Hurry up,
I mean,
motherfucker.
let's just get into the because.
Well,
Okay.
actually, let me start.
Yeah, please.
Let me start it. So the reason that I'm at a 9 is because I don't know if the like actual plot of the movie is that strong. I don't think it's bad, but I wasn't watching the plot and thinking like, wow, this shit is blowing my mind. Now I can be talked up to a 10, but and the reason I say that is because it literally, in my opinion, it literally did everything else perfectly. Literally everything else, from the cast to the music to the cinematography to the directing, everything else was a 20 out of 10. But yeah, I don't know. Like I was watching the movie, and like I said, I don't think the story was bad, but it just, I don't know. I felt like that kind of paled in comparison to everything else, because everything else was like damn near, well, not damn near, but perfect to me. And then also the big fight scene. Like I've seen everybody I've seen everybody praising it, and I didn't think it was that crazy to me. Just my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can be talked into a 10, but that's where I'm at.
I'm gonna backpack because of the last thing he said, and we could just start there. That is one of my points that I'm knocking from it, was the big fight scene for multiple reasons. So y'all can argue back if you have something that's like, just jump in whenever you feel like it.
Mhm.
So obviously they're safe inside. The vampires are outside dancing and getting jiggy. That's
Oh, yeah.
cool.
That song
So
was
the
nice.
first,
That was a dope ass
so the start of my issue, which is obvious, and this is where I'm hoping you guys are gonna have an argument so we can go back and forth, is why the Asian chick, her name is Mary, correct?
I don't remember.
Grace.
Grace. Mary's the white chick, or Haley. So yeah, Grace. You guys already know I'm gonna say it. Why did she let them in?
That pissed me
all
the fuck off.
She did was kill everybody.
That
in a
pissed me the
sense.
fuck off, yeah.
J-Mac, you could probably explain this way better than me, but I know what you're gonna say, and I agree with you. Because it makes sense.
As a father,
I expect
and my
this.
concern, that this is, look, I don't agree with it either, right? Like, but I understand where she's coming from. I understand why she did what she did, because in her mind, they're like, okay, they're gonna fucking leave here and just go straight to my daughter. Like, he just said that, and I got to make sure she's safe. Now, the way she went about doing it, I think, was dumb. If she would have just calmed herself down and given herself some fucking logical thinking and waited a little bit, then I think it would have been different. But I understand where she was coming from, because she's a mother. It's worried about her dog.
That's why I calmed down a little bit too. I kind of understood where she was.
But this is the thing. Understanding, yes, because I agree. I understood why she did it. And obviously, we can make the assumption of like, she's just so in her head about saving her daughter, she doesn't care. And I could understand that to an extent, because you're throwing everybody's life away when you could have done it yourself. Because it's the fact for me that, put it like this, her plan was to obviously, oh, you're gonna come my daughter, and fuck this, we're ready, let's go. And I get that, but when she did it, she literally threw the thing, lit the thing on fire. 5 seconds later, she's dead. Like,
It was stupid. It was fucking.
It was stupid. Like there was no attempt to actually stay alive, kill them all, and protect your daughter. It was, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna just put everybody's life at risk, and I'm gonna die in 5 seconds.
Fuck it.
That's where it kind of threw me off because it's like I get what you did it for, but you didn't even have an attempt that was worth it.
And she went straight for her husband. Like that to me, like why go straight for your husband? And I would have gone straight for the fucking leader. Like,
the guy you threw the fire at, but no, he hit it to the side and she ran straight to the husband, and they're both burning alive. And like obviously I'm thinking like from a logical point at this point because I'm like, well, she could have just went out by herself, if anything, and tried to protect her daughter. But no,
they weren't letting her out
everybody's life. And that's just the first part about it. The second part that pissed me off about the scene was that vampires outnumbered them by like
and they survived. They
quadruple.
I was like,
I don't know how they stayed alive that long.
I thought that was
truly
stupid too. Yeah,
and then it got dumb to a point. Like the fight was cool. It's not about the fighting that was the problem. It was the fact that as they were fighting, you just see a bunch of vampires outside coming in at one. I'm like, bro, they're cooked.
Fuck, there's no way they make it out.
And then at one point, the vampires just ran away. I was like, the fuck, y'all are winning. Why did y'all run?
It wasn't even, you didn't even have to see them come in when they did and we're gonna talk about it later, obviously, but because the camera work.
Yes,
they did a pan out shot of them circling the barn. Nigga, there's 50 niggas out there.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was so many. I didn't understand how they even had a chance. Like I said, I get why she did what she did, but they were cooked. After she did that, I was like, okay, well, they're all gonna die. No. People were still alive. I'm like, how are y'all still alive right now? I thought
that was crazy shit. Like, there's just no way. They just kept
coming in.
Like,
it was stupid. And then they ran away, which threw me. I didn't understand why they ran away. Y'all outnumbered them, and y'all are running. I don't get it.
Is that when she threw the fucking? Nah, I don't remember.
No,
the garlic.
No, it was like I don't know what point. It was towards the end, but
it was the middle of the fight. They were killing vampires.
Yeah, they were killing vampires, but like really that easy. Which is like I said, I'm okay with that to some extent, but the vampires outnumbered them too much for them to lose or for them to win. Yeah. I don't it just threw me off. I couldn't get past that.
And when the leader vampire. He was he had Samuel, and he was just like drowning him in the middle. He was just kept drowning him and shit or whatever.
That was all after that.
Yeah, and then fucking Michael B. Jordan comes and stabs that fool. Where the fuck did he come from? How did he get by the ones that were at the lake shore?
I'm pretty sure they were still
off to the side. They were off to the side, and I'm assuming he jumped off the thing. And then
but I'm pretty sure they were still messed up in the head from the thing that he part of the trial. I'm pretty sure they were still.
I was just like, there's no way he got through. Without them like attempting to stop him or some shit.
The only thing that comes to mind is they're fresh vampires. Do they really know what they're doing? That's the only argument I can make.
That's true, I guess. They're
I don't know.
The rookies.
Yeah,
but it's
they're
like,
literally.
But like, in my head to that, it's like at the end of the day, you're outnumbered. All you have to do is have 2-on-1. How do you lose a 2-on-1? You're vampires against one human with one stick. Like,
I thought that was kind of crazy too. They just became fucking superhumans out of nowhere and just out their own.
Unless I missed something, and because they were ready with garlic and steaks, they were even using the bullets and shit to slow them down. Did everybody have guns?
Mostly, a good amount of people at least had something. I don't know if not a gun, I guess.
But I don't know how many guns there were.
But that was going to be another point that I was going to make because after they got Stack, they have his memories. He knows that they had the guns in that truck. As vampires, y'all could have just got the guns and literally ended it.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm thinking too logical on a horror movie. I get that, but I'm just saying that's they had it. Stack had the brain. He remembered that they had the guns in the truck. They're outside. They got all that. They got everything. There's no way the vampires lose in my head. That's why I was mad.
They didn't even use those guns on the truck.
They didn't. Only Smoke did at the end of the movie.
But at the end, yeah. I don't think they needed the trunk. I think is what they call it. Right? They didn't need the trunk.
The Asian
Grace.
chick, Grace. I can't remember the reasons why, but I've seen TikTokers, and these are Asian TikTokers, talking about how they didn't really fuck with the black people anyway. There's a whole like.
I'll let you finish.
Well, I don't got much. There's just like a whole like thing there about them not really fucking with them anyway.
It was mainly Grace because they were trying to point out that Bo was the one that really like messed with them on the level of family. But Grace, when everything started hitting the fan, she was like, "We came here for the party, not for this." Like she was the one that really didn't care about them. And that's like, and people like do a lot of theories about like what it meant when she did that or like stuff like that. But I'm not talking about that right now. I'm just talking about the fact that it's just she was the problem as far as like she didn't really fuck with them for real. But like, I don't know. Her killing everybody, trying to kill everybody at that point was crazy to me.
Yeah, that sucked. That did suck.
Yeah, I just because when I was listening to it, there's this one Asian TikToker. He was putting that shit in perspective. Because I didn't even know in fucking 1932, fucking what is it, Mississippi? I didn't even know there was Asians there.
Yeah, I didn't either. When I saw all the races, I said, "Wow, what the fuck?"
So it was just another cool like little thing that Ryan Coogler put in there. And honestly, dude, the movie, there's so much of that. Like there's so much symbolism, so much rich history. It's ridiculous.
The performances were probably the standout things. Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, let me talk on that.
Oh yeah.
I said I had to, and I meant to do it, and I didn't.
Been waiting for this
chance to. I said I needed to rewatch Black Panther. Because to me, that's the standout performance from Michael B. Jordan. That's his best performance. What do you guys? Before I go any further, what do you guys think is Michael B. Jordan's best performance?
Including Sinners?
No, not including Sinners. Before Sinners.
Yeah, for sure. Black Panther.
Is this this? You guys had this conversation already?
No,
like,
he held out.
Yeah, he was not allowed.
Oh, okay.
I think I agree.
For me, mine's Just Mercy.
I've never seen that.
Never seen that. Okay. Well, to me, it was Black Panther, and I was gonna go rewatch it again for the fact that I think Sinners is his best performance that he's ever done.
Currently, I do too, from what I've seen.
Smoke and Stack.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
For both.
Exactly.
It was all the same character, though. To be honest, like,
his ability. Go ahead. I'll let you.
He did crazy. Like as an actor, like he did phenomenal. Both as Smoke and Stack, and how they're a little different. You know, they're brothers and they're a little different.
Nah, we cousins.
Yeah, he killed it. He absolutely killed that role, man, and I bought into it. Like I said, yeah, he this is his best performance I think he's ever had. So I look forward to the Oscars with him.
Absolutely
right. So, that'd be crazy.
I agree with that. This was, I think, I mean, it's obviously more impressive than anything he's done. It's kind of cheating in a way. It's kind of the same thing as like James McAvoy in Split, or like
that was a great fucking performance, man.
No, exactly.
So
or like
that award.
Which one?
She was on the fucking screen for half the time. Demi Moore.
Ooh. What, Demi Moore was playing one character though.
Yeah, but
but
the
younger version of her was played by a different actress. It's not the same thing at all.
It's cheating.
Like Michael B. Jordan was able to literally make you think they were two separate characters, man. Like,
at first too, that opening scene when we see them, you could tell it's a little CGI-ish, like a little like green screen, and like they had to.
That was you could tell.
I could tell. Yeah, then I was like, damn, that kind of doesn't look too great, but. Once the acting started going,
as the movie started going, bro, I said Smoke and Stack. Smoke, and I was like, bro, it's
in my opinion, just because of like the word of mouth that this movie is getting, like the great like attention, I think this is gonna propel his career into like you start talking about him in a better conversation, in a great conversation. Because I think most people that have seen, I mean, maybe you've seen Creed, you've probably seen Black Panther, but you're not, after those movies, you're not looking at him as like on the same level as others. But I think this is going to propel him into some conversations for real. And honestly, in my opinion, this is the best that I've seen Haley Steinfeld to.
This is really, I think, one of the few, because I've only seen her in this.
I think it's this, Bumblebee.
She was
Um,
in Bumblebee. That wasn't that crazy to
is
me.
she in Pitch Perfect? I think she's in Pitch Perfect. She is in Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect too. She has the voice work with Arcane and Across the Spider-Verse. So I mean, if you want to count those, you can.
You can, and
But
this was a good performance by her.
Yeah, it was.
The acting was pretty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, the casting was great. Down to the vampire, the main vampire,
Delroy Lindo.
Yes, sir,
bro. He is one of them ones.
Who's that?
He's
the old black man.
A Slim,
the taller drunk
harmonica,
yeah,
the drunk, the drunk, yeah.
No, he was cool. That was good.
And then y'all said his name earlier. Oh, Sammy, Miles
Caden. No, that was good.
Dude's voice
when he started speaking, I was like, bro, that's not coming out of him.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
When Michael B. Jordan heard him singing, that
had to have been genuine.
Yeah, I was right there with him.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Miles Catton, that dude can sing, bro. I was like, yo, this is crazy, and I look forward to seeing him in future roles and more stuff that he's going to come on.
For sure, hell yeah,
he did fantastic.
And then, while we're here at the cast, Wunmi Mosaku, who's I think it's B5. I think that's the letter and number combination.
Annie?
B15.
Annie, yeah.
It was really cool to see her in kind of like obviously she's not the lead actress, it's Haley. But to see her as like one of the main love interests, because I saw a guy on TikTok talking about it, like you really don't see like a darker skin kind of bigger black woman get a love role like that with the main actor. And so Ryan Coogler, dude, he's really dope for that. Just his whole directing style is just so fucking amazing. Like he doesn't miss. He does not miss. I don't know if you guys want to talk about anybody else that I'm forgetting.
Yes.
That was his ex-wife, I think, right? I don't even know if they're married, but
for sure.
That shit was crazy because he went to go talk to her, and I thought it was like on some auntie, big sister vibe, and then she grabbed him. I was like, oh shit!
Oh shit! You did miss me. Oh shit!
Jack O'Connell, which was the vampire, the main vampire. I thought he did
too.
Fantastic, bro. He was menacing. He was he did great. Even we talked about in the news, his whole scene where he was dancing and singing. That whole scene, by the way, was phenomenal. The vampires just kind of doing their own dance party outside. To the Irish music. That was fantastic, man. Michael B. Jordan in the background, fucking dancing and shit. Everybody just going off.
It was great. That was a crazy scene. That was
I enjoyed that scene. He did fantastic. He did great. Wish we would have got a little bit more out of that final, scene from him. That's kind of where I left off. Like, I wish there was more at the end, but he did great. And that was pretty good.
But and since we're there just a little bit, the fucking music. Like I know you guys have heard me say his name at least a couple times on here. Fucking Ludwig or Ludwig. I'm not sure how you pronounce his first name. You can say it either way, I guess. But Göransson, man, you got to start putting him in some conversations. Because fucking Black Panther, Oppenheimer, this Fruitvale Station, like he's a genius. And the way that his score, his music interweaves with the fucking movie to like breathe fresh air into it, like you feel the music. Oh my God, you can't sing his praises enough. He is insane. I can't wait to see what he does next. He's crazy. Oh, he did Tenet too. He did both Black Panthers. Creed. He's doing the fucking Odyssey, apparently. Yeah, man.
That shit's gonna be crazy good.
That's gonna be
he's nuts.
That one scene, the one shot scene, barn scene where they're all dancing, and Ryan Coogler has different eras of music starting all the way back. I don't know if it was like caveman or like early fucking music, and people are just dancing, and it's just working its way around through the whole barn. That shot right there, crazy. That is one of the best shots I've ever seen in cinema. Like insane.
I think I was telling Cody, like people were saying there's this scene and you'll know when it is like one of the greatest scenes of the decade. Like actually, they were saying the best scene of the decade.
Yes, they were.
Cody,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm there.
You're there. Okay. Since this isn't another point that I'm knocking off, but this is just something I gotta point out. People are, and I it's a good movie. I'm not denying that. People are overhyping the shit out of this movie, man. They're calling it one of the best movies of the decade. Like, that's a reach, bro. I'm sorry, because that's insane to say, in my opinion. Like, it's a good movie. I agree, but. And I guess you could, like, the records is one thing you could say, but the point blankly just say it is kind of crazy. It has to be some form of recency bias. And then to that scene, it's a great scene. I agree. But you saying it's the best scene that you've seen in how long?
I can't put a number to it, but bro, that shit was phenomenal.
The creativity, I get it. It's amazing. I get it. I agree. It's great. It's probably like in the top 5, maybe. Number 1? Like, we're throwing up there without even thinking about movies? Because if we really sat down and just looked at movies and tried to look at it, we could find some shit. I refuse to believe we can't.
It, like, I was watching that scene and I was like in awe.
I was too.
Like I couldn't believe what I was watching. Like that. I'm not gonna say you're tripping because I get the sentiment that you're trying to say. Like there's movies that we're probably not that we're probably not thinking about, but like I can't remember the last time a scene had me like that.
Mm-hmm. That's fair because they even was doing the Asian heritage and stuff like that. Was crazy.
Like it was everything. There was so like.
It was I
don't know, bro.
It literally went through.
It was great. The one that comes to mind, the scene that I was like, oh my god. Was Dune, the cave scene, the speech scene, like that shit was like phenomenal. Like
that was a phenomenal.
But see, like even that, like I just like, I thought that was great, but like I was in awe of this. Like I felt like I was watching like art.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong for that. Yeah, that one was just Timothy doing his fucking thing and having a solo performance and a great monologue and shit. Hell yeah. When it comes to a whole scene and everything that's going on around it, this has got it. The
end of it with the house on fire and then
the shit was
the
crazy.
Vampire. Yeah, it was dope.
The transition was nuts.
And
like,
now let me point this out.
That is what it's right, and that's what.
No, I get what you're saying.
It's a one shot. It's a fucking one shot.
But like my thing is just I felt like when I went to the internet, people were saying it like that. Like, damn, y'all didn't even give it a second to think. Y'all weren't even comparing it. Y'all just said it's the best. I'm like, Jesus.
I get what you're saying. I
just hate it, to be honest.
No, like it's because if I were to say something like that, like, and obviously y'all not alone, just y'all. If I were to post something on the internet like that about something else, people would be like, well, they would be spamming me with shit in the comments about like, well, there's this, there's that, there's this. People are just agreeing. I'm like,
are they doing that?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
no,
if it
they're
was
not.
that easy to do, they would have.
The comments are agreeing, and that's where it's throwing me because I feel like people aren't even trying to look. And then this is why I'm about to get into some touchy shit because it's like I feel like it's just the black community. So like people are just like monkey see, monkey do.
I'm not black.
But this is the thing. Like, yes, there could be people out there like y'all that are going to agree. That's fine. But I'm saying, like, when it comes to black people supporting black people, they're not going to disagree at all. And like, that's where it gets I feel the overhype is because I feel like people are overhyping the movie completely. Like, it is a good movie. I get that. But y'all are the best of the decade. Not just the scene. The movie is the best of the decade. I'm like what are we doing?
I haven't seen that.
I've seen that. They're saying this is the only one. People like, and you know, there's always the people that are be like, "This is the best movie I've ever seen." I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people that are saying, like,
this is. Well, let's do this mini thing real quick. For me, it's Dune. I think I still have Dune over this.
I have Dune over this as well.
Crazy.
Jet.
It's crazy as fuck.
I gave this a 9, so I guess I do. But like,
that's crazy.
I would say Dune.
I don't know if we saw the same dude.
No, this was phenomenal, and I get Jet's point of the plot because it wasn't nothing special.
Yeah,
like,
it was all one night.
Basic, vampire shit, and that whole scene of him getting chased by they said the name of the Native Americans tribe, but I don't remember what it was. But that was kind of cool, and I wish we would have got to see them more. Come back full circle. Yeah, that would have been cool for them to come back at night and still look for him. So that would have been like that. I think that was a missed opportunity. But yeah, it was basically him just growing his clan again and his group and more vampires.
Yeah, and that's what I got like from the plot. Like as far as the vampire side, he's just going for Sammy because Sammy has that ability to bring out. That's what the scene was. It was bringing out the culture from past and present and future, and that's what the vampire wanted for himself because obviously his Irish stuff, he was trying to bring it out. And I get that. That was cool. It just like. I guess because we never got to it. The second issue that I had was that like clearly it was a hive mind thing. All the vampires are under him. They go off of him. He's the main one. He's controlling them in a sense. So like it was kind of like off for me because, for instance, Michael B. Jordan or Stax when he was a vampire and then that door scene that he had with his brother, he was making it clear like I'm still me. Like, but I'm not gonna do this. Like. What like is he still like I guess you could say he was tempting him, but like even like the part after where they killed Annie, like they had that sense of humanity, like it's not consistent to me. Cause think about it, we look at Bo, he was quick to say I'm gonna go get our daughter. There was no like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of throwing me. Where's the consistency?
So you're saying like it was a hive mind, but not a hive mind at the same time?
Yeah, like, and then I saw people
just that he broke the rule.
And then people were making a defense like, well, Stack just loves his brother that much that it just goes beyond that. I'm like, then what about Bo and his wife and daughter? Like, y'all are just giving it a pass because of his brotherly love, but not for Bo and his wife and daughter. It's kind of throwing me. But like, it's just the inconsistency with the vampire and how that worked was just throwing me.
I will say also, because they called it post-credit scenes.
Uh-huh.
That was the longest post-credit scene I think I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like it was kind of...
And it was so important to the story.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was kind of needed too. So I was like, that's cheating. Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, it just felt like a scene he just wanted to take out. But it was just, like, it was important. Like, I'm sure there's people that walked out and missed that scene.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it was doing this and that. But you kind of needed to see this.
No, you needed it.
Yeah, it answered a lot.
It a lot.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this shit is still going. But yeah, I don't know.
I will say this. I will say this real quick. This is my top. I think I have it in my top 10. I don't know if I put it in my top 5. I did it really
like all time.
Yeah, I updated my letterbox. This is in my top 10.
Oh yeah.
I think it's even in my top 5. I'd have to double check where I put it, but I think I put it in my top 5. So I love the movie, man. I really did.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I'm not gonna say that, but I just think people are overhyping it too much.
Do you think J-Mac's overhyping it?
I mean, yeah. Currently, let him sit on it and let him, think about it for real. Of course, I rewatch it too.
Oh, for sure. I think I honestly
That's
think
not
you
the
have
point.
to.
No.
I think you would get, you'd be able to enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And,
it has a great rewatchability.
And just gain so much on the second watch. There's probably so much that you're just going to pick up just watching it for a second time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I really don't think J-Mac's crazy. Like, I think there was just so much. And like I said, my thing was just more of the fighting, actually, of that big scene for me personally. I just felt like that could have been maybe just a touch better. Yeah. But I don't know. I really feel like it did everything perfectly. Like, truly, the like I said, the music, it's some of the best acting that I've seen. I thought it was funny in some parts when he shot. Just real quick, when he shot the dude outside of his little wagon or whatever.
Oh yeah,
that shit was hilarious.
I didn't know it was yours, man.
Yeah, my bad. She's like, you fucking
I love the
liar,
first half of the movie.
Yeah.
I love the first half of the movie.
And there's
man.
no fucking vamp. You forget
there's
it's a vampire movie.
exactly. I loved it. I was interested in their backstory. I need a prequel to Smoke and Stack. I need to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I need to know because they name dropped Capone. They were working for Capone in Chicago. I was like, oh shit, they were people. They were important motherfuckers. So I really enjoyed the first half of the movie.
And they were in the war.
And they Smoke and Stack are some interesting characters, and I really do. We get to dive into another movie with them because that was fantastic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even it could be a show.
I'm
anything,
down for
really.
all of that. And then you just add the vampires in the second half, which just I think obviously you got the great shots, the great music, the dances on both the vampires and in the barn. Like I thought it was great. The suspense was great. I said this because Jet watched the trailer too, and I didn't mean to. I never intended on watching the second trailer. I had to because I was in the movie theater and they showed it. And I said it was spoiler heavy, man. They showed Stacks getting, becoming a vampire. They showed Haley Steinfeld becoming a vampire. They showed all that shit. Yeah, and I was like, yo, that sucks. But I not to say I forgot about it, but I didn't mind it anymore because the storytelling was already going in that direction to where like you knew what was going to happen. You knew when Haley stepped outside that she's done for it, right? She's going to be a vampire. You knew that once Haley brought him into the fucking back, he's going to be a vampire. So the trailer makes sense. I didn't mind the spoilers and seeing that second trailer anymore because the storytelling wise, it made sense. So I just wanted to shout that out.
That was stupid too. That he let her go by herself.
Yeah, I mean,
not really, because they don't know about vampires. They think she's white, so she's got a gun.
That's true.
She's got a gun.
The white card.
Her turning her back was kind of dumb. Like she should have just kept the gun and walked back.
After you saw the eyes,
Cornbread, like, hey,
let me turn around.
Cornbread, just look at me while I'm over here, please. Just keep an eye on me. Right? See if anything goes down. Yeah. So,
which also in that scene when he flew and it was just a cut.
Mm-hmm. I wanted him to see. We first see him come out of the sky, like if he was flying. I thought he was like a ball of fire or something, or he had an interesting transformation when he flies because he came down and he was on fire, but from the sun. I wanted to see more of that. That was pretty interesting.
But yeah, I think I thought the world building was so rich and vibrant, and every scene there's stuff going on in the background. Like it was the camera work was amazing, the directing was amazing, like I said, the cast was amazing, the music, the cinematography. Man, I'm so jealous of people that got to watch this on a 70 millimeter. I'm sure that shit is a fucking experience. Like ridiculous.
It's crazy. I went to go watch this in IMAX though because it was filmed for IMAX and I had to go do that. Yeah. So I mean, obviously it wasn't true IMAX, but
I'm sure even that.
Yeah.
Because with the Dolby was mine, and I mean that's good. It sounded fucking amazing, and hearing Ludwig's fucking score like that was phenomenal. The last thing I'm gonna say on it, like I said, I think everything with the technical standpoint was otherworldly. Really, Ryan Coogler he's rising the ranks fast, in my opinion. He really is. And he doesn't even have like a lot, but what he does have, it hits. It hits hard. Like the last things I'm gonna say, the post-credit scenes. I don't know if you guys saw, and maybe I'm tripping, but in the mirror, you couldn't see Sammy.
Somebody on TikTok said you got to rewatch it if you can. I didn't rewatch it to check.
Right,
okay, well, maybe because when I looked at it, I couldn't see him, and I thought that damn, he sold his soul somewhere.
Yeah,
or maybe in that other post credit scene.
They were saying, "Who was he looking up at?" But I don't know.
Well, another thing I thought was amazing. I was gonna say actor, but I guess he was acting in that scene. But they got Buddy Guy to play older Sammy, who was an actual jazz musician. That was fucking amazing. That was that and I it's funny, I only know that because of my grandma. I knew who that was immediately just because of my grandma and stuff from childhood. But it was amazing to see. This movie's so rich. It's so amazing. And honestly, like I can't fault anybody that has it that high. I really can't. I get it. Because I'm at a 9. And I honestly could be talking to a 10. Like the more I watch these TikToks about, things that people find, I agree with you, Cody. Like I get it. Like some people, you know how people get. Like I get it. But a lot of it is just factual information, rich history about things that Ryan Coogler just decided to put in the movie, and it worked. And yeah,
crazy.
I think it's amazing.
Their daughter is working 2 shops alone, and her parents are never going to come back. Cornbread ain't getting no head from his girl. Like,
His pecker.
That's
That was funny.
That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious.
She's
They
like,
was
"How much
talking
you
shit to
talking?"
I saw somebody say on Twitter that there's no nudity in this movie, but oh my god, Ryan Coogler, were you nasty? Like doing certain things, man, because it was
yeah, that
crazy.
spit scene was crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it was insane. Nah,
Whispered in
man.
that brother's ear and spoke a different language.
People also said I'm never gonna look at Haley the same way ever again. Like she was saying that train scene. Oh, yeah.
She said, I'll whoop everybody ass in here.
Yeah.
Sammy, that's a nasty nigga, boy.
But what?
Because as soon as he was in that scene, I said it out loud. I was thinking it, but one of those things where you say it out loud, I was like, "Ooh, I know that shit stink. Ain't no way."
Stupid ass.
Yeah. It was great. It was fantastic. What was your 2 points, Cody? It was the fight scene, and,
The fight scene and the inconsistency with the vampire logic.
Okay.
The fuck? That was
All right.
so
Right. I mean, just saying.
This definitely deserves a rewatch. Absolutely.
sure.
You'll probably get more out of it from the rewatch as well. So can't wait to do that. But
Shit,
Anything
if Cody
else?
watches it right, he might give it a fucking bump up.
there you go, Cody.
Damn.
That's true.
That
That's
is true. I'm not gonna deny that. That is true. I wish I did watch it right.
Probably.
Sinners. Let us know where you guys have this rated. Top 5. Is it any top 5, top 10? Let us know where this rates among your guys' favorites. But Sinners, obviously, if you guys haven't seen it, go do yourselves a favor and check it out. You guys shouldn't be disappointed. But there you go. The last one before we head out of here, The Last of Us, episode 2. If you played the game, you know what's coming.
I didn't play the game. I didn't know it was coming, but I did know it was coming.
Yeah, what'd you guys think about episode 2?
Let me go first because I haven't played the game. As a person that has not played the game, the show is great so far. All right, let me start by saying that the show is fantastic.
That's not good.
It is though. It is. I was just gonna say, as a person that didn't play the game, if I would have played the game, I would have been so pissed.
Oh, yeah.
So pissed, bro.
Hell yeah.
Killing him off, it irked me. It was like, bro, are you dead ass? Because then you have to continue the game with a character that you're starting not to like, in Ellie, and then the other bitch. Fuck Abby. Fuck Abby. But like, it's like I wouldn't even be playing the game after that. Like, you really killed off the only likable person.
Steven didn't play the game after that.
What's that? Like,
Steven
it's kind of,
Yeah, he walked away from playing that.
bro. It's crazy. Like, and
That's so
from
crazy.
a story
Crazy.
now, from a story standpoint of the show, like, I feel like this hasn't even been done. You're killing off the main character like that 2 episodes in. Like, that was crazy. And just how it happened, bro. Because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you know how lucky of a person you have to be? And fuck Abby, bro. She just looks like a pussy. You know how lucky you have to be? You scouting, and then you run into the motherfucker that you think you can't even... Because the dude was like, you go in, we get inside. How are we even going to find Joel? She found this nigga so random. I was like, oh, you lucky bitch. Saved her. Mind you, he saved her life.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I'm like, bro. And then he meets up with Dina, and it's like, you said his fucking name. Why did you have to say his name?
She said his name a lot.
A lot.
Joel, we
bro.
gotta go. Joel, you gotta ride a little faster. Joel, the storm's coming. Like, Joel, like, damn.
Bro, when it comes
Like-
to, I was like, bro, just stop saying his name, bro. And then they get to the hut, man. The cabin house. I'm like, I don't even know how to feel, bro. Because right now I'm just like, I know what's gonna happen. It's just watching it happen pissed me off because I didn't want it to happen. But that's what's so good about it, man. It was really good, but it was so good that I didn't want it to happen and I didn't like it. Does that make sense? I hope it does because that's how good it was. I was pissed. After the episode, I didn't want to watch any more of the show. I was like, if by the end of this show, Ellie doesn't get her get back, this shit is not a 10. This shit is dropping to below
And
a 5.
this is where you drop off, right? Like, you don't know what's gonna happen anymore, right? You're
At
done.
all. If she doesn't get a get back by the last episode of this season, if they're not dead, this season was a flop. I'm sorry.
Damn, J-Mac, I've been looking forward to this for a minute, just to talk to you, because obviously you played the game.
Yeah.
They changed quite a few things.
They did.
They changed actually some really big things.
Mm-hmm.
The the battle. I almost said Battle of Jackson, but the
That
raid
shit
of
was
Jackson. I remember the
crazy
the zombie
too.
shit in Jackson. That was not in the game.
That was not.
That was
I knew that right away.
insane.
Yeah, immediately. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
That
really cool.
That shit felt Game of Thrones esque.
Really cool.
It was absolutely phenomenal. And I can't say anything else without saying this. So, and you know this, so I'm just speaking to Cody, obviously. In the game, in that cabin, it's not Dina that's with Joel, it's Tommy.
Yes. Yep.
And in the game, they don't know who he is until they get there. And Tommy is the one that says, "Yeah, my name's Tommy, and that's my brother Joel."
Oh,
And they all look at him, and then that's when I forget which character it is. I think she's black, but I could be wrong. But the black chick in the live action show, I think she's the one that does it, but she knocks out Tommy immediately, and he's like they did Dina nice in here.
yeah. I was gonna say, why did they even like? You should have just kept it tied up like they did Ellie.
Those are the maybe there's something else I'm forgetting, but those are the two major changes. It's kind of interesting because I like that Tommy was at Jackson to defend it because I thought that shit was fucking amazing.
That shit was
Him with his wife. He saw that the fucking I'm blanking. What's a big zombie called?
Bloater.
The bloater. He saw that it was going towards his wife. Fucking distracted it. Got into the alley. Dude, that shit with the fucking flamethrower.
Bro.
I thought that shit was dope, man.
Before you move on, when they had the second line of defense be the four niggas with the flamethrower, I said, "Are y'all retarded?" What is that
worked.
gonna?
It would have worked.
It would not have.
They needed the other two. It would have worked.
No, bro.
I like that realism though. I like that realism.
Yeah, I mean they got
because they're not
Yeah,
soldiers.
yeah,
They're not.
yeah,
Like it's
that
some real
was-
shit. It kept it like for
But
real.
what was funny as fuck, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but when his wife, when they got up to the wife's roof, and she used that nigga's body as a shield, I said, "There's no way she just used this man as bait." She was hiding behind the dude. He turned and looked at her, and he got bit, and she just kept it pushing. I was like, "Bro, that's so crazy that she just baited him like that."
That's
Nah,
crazy.
that whole thing was crazy, bro. While Joel is getting ate, bro.
Try to remember. But yeah, it's around this. Actually, that scene in the show with Ellie peeking through the door and then getting like immediately like she's about to like spring into action and getting fucked up. That was like a 1-for-1. That part. That was exactly how it was, and then they pin her. But yeah, I also think in the game, I don't think she stabs him to kill him.
No, it was a pure beating if I remember right.
Yeah, I think like the last hit is just fucking like a bash.
Bro, when she told Joel to get up and that man was trying, bro, my heart,
Yeah.
I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it, bro.
Nah, it's crazy, and I've been watching people's reactions to it that didn't play the game, and it's crazy because I guess this was a well kept secret.
I guess so, yeah.
People really didn't know.
Bro, somebody was like, Joel died thinking Ellie died with him.
Yes, yeah. But Gloria didn't know it was coming. It's funny because in the first episode, they introduced Abby, and she's like, "Yeah, we're gonna kill Joe, or whatever." She's like, "Yeah, you think you're gonna kill Joe? Fuck you!" And I was like, "Damn, I just stayed quiet."
You're like,
Yeah, I said, "Yeah, right." I just stayed quiet, and then she asked me, she's like, "Do you like Abby?" I said, "I can't answer that question."
Andrea asked me the same shit.
Yeah, I said, "I can't answer that question. You just have to watch." She's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." All right.
they get all
And then
pissy.
when it came time to Joel dying, she's getting beaten. Oh shit! Is he dead? I didn't say nothing. I didn't look at her. I didn't do anything. And she's just, hello? Did he die? She just wanted answers, man. Just watch the show.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, it was insane. It was insane.
Andrea had the same reaction as Cody. Like she doesn't want to watch no more.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, if the get back does not happen, the season's a flop. I don't care how good it may be to y'all. If the get back does not happen, the season's a flop.
there's great things that happen.
There's great things.
There better be great
There's
things.
generational crash outs. Like,
bro,
oh my god,
they were gonna convince
insane.
her to leave. If he wasn't on patrol, they would have probably been gone.
Yeah, said this before. It's not the way I would have done it, as far as like some storytelling aspects, but it's still great and it's still good. And it's a message at the end of the day on how Neil Druckmann wanted to tell the story, and it makes sense. It absolutely does make sense on his storytelling.
It pissed me off more because when Abby had him in there, and then she told them all, yeah, this is Joel. She started playing this fucking, all right, I'm big nigga now. Like, y'all do this. Like, what the fuck? You do it. You gonna tell her to do it. You do it. You're the one that wants to do this. Nobody else wants this. That pissed me off, bro. I hate her.
Also, I just remember this. It's kind of crazy. In the game, it just happens. Like, you don't know nothing about Abby. That shit just happens. Joel just dies. And you slowly learn.
Oh, that's definitely worse.
Playing
That's
throughout
worse.
the game, what her motivation is. And to be honest, for me personally, I still think the motivation shit. Like, I get it, but it's like, I don't know. I never really, I never really liked it.
Killed his dad. Killed her daddy.
Yeah, but if you know like the story, like that's because I can't. You just gotta.
And then, okay, that's fine. But like, I just from the perspective of knowing her thing before she kills him and not knowing, and that's crazy. The game fucked up doing that, in my opinion. That's. I would have been more mad.
Yeah, and also I think it was a. I think they've said this. It's kind of more a choice to protect the actress that is playing Abby, because the voice actress that did Abby in the game, she was receiving death threats, and her newborn son was receiving death threats.
Yeah, people are weird, man.
Yeah.
We can't change the fact that
she was
people are
already
weird.
doing it too. I forget her name, but she's a great actress too.
Man.
Yeah,
Weirdo
people are just weird,
man.
bro.
Weird
There's nothing you
as
can do. You
fuck.
can't avoid it.
And they're making fun of Wally. Why are they bullying her, man?
Yeah, I mean it's one of the most toxic fan bases to ever exist.
Fuck, man.
Like, it's up there for sure.
Now I see why people don't want to do great shit.
Trying to think what else. I know people were mad because in the game, Dina's there to like console Ellie. I didn't really care about that. I don't think that, because in the game it's not even that long of a scene that she's like talking to Ellie for real. Like, to me it wasn't even nothing crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I know she doesn't look like Ellie. I think Bella Ramsey's great.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
me and Cody had
great.
this conversation last week.
Yeah.
No issues with her performance whatsoever. She's phenomenal. It's just that when you go look at the game, and especially the time jump, I said this last week. Bella is just short. She's little, man, and it's tough to get over. It's just tough to get over.
19,
and I don't.
Bro.
Yeah, she's not 19. Yeah, it's supposed to be. And I don't know. Maybe that's why they didn't make Abby's actress like Abby in the game. Abby in the game, Cody and John is built like a fucking tank. She's buffed up, bro. She
Makes more
looks
sense.
menacing.
Ronda Rousey
she
is
the way
when
she's
she
talking
speaks,
to them,
you're gonna listen. Yeah,
yeah, the way she was
Oh,
doing it in
yeah.
the show, I said, bro, I would not listen to this bitch, bro.
Yeah,
She
no,
annoys me.
she's built like a truck, and I don't know, maybe if that's why they decided, you know what, we can't do this with her just because Bella's not that frame. It would just look weird. It just wouldn't look right. So we got to get somebody a little more on par. But yeah, that's the only issue with Bella, and I said it too. They're gonna do more time jumps later on in the second half.
Oh my
And
god!
Bella Ramsey's gonna be still short.
So you mean to tell me she's not getting to get back this season?
I mean, they've already said that this season's the game is split into 2 seasons. So
Oh,
Forgot I was
no,
gonna say.
she ain't getting shit, Cody.
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Jamaica, and you can tell me if I'm tripping, because I just remembered those key things when I was watching it. But in the game, I never understood why Abby didn't kill Ellie right there.
I was asked out. No. They explained it in the show. I don't know if they explained it in the game. She said that they don't kill people for no reason. Like they don't just kill people.
She
Just
did
to
say
kill
that
people.
on the show.
Look, he has a reason though.
But
Ellie was a catalyst for her dad dying.
She wasn't the direct result. You know, she didn't directly do it. You know, she was actually wanting to actually give her life for
even though Abby doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But she had the same reason she didn't kill Dina. Like, there's no reason to kill them. It's here for Joel. She even made it clear to the rest of them. We're not killing nobody. We're not killing people just to kill people. We're only going for Joel.
But like I feel like if I'm going like to the extent that, you know, I'm gonna kill this person, like it's gotten to that level of fucking hatred. Like I'm killing everybody you care about.
See,
and like that girl burst through the door. Obviously, this person means something to you. Like it never made sense to me.
I mean, like I said, I'm hearing you, but they justified it. They explained it.
I mean,
even the people in her group said we're not killing nobody else.
Don't tell me you're worse than these people, man. They at least have empathy.
Oh, it's about Justin.
Yeah. But then like you say that, and then Joel finally lets his guard down around people and fucking dies.
Put it like this: if she was by herself, she would have killed everybody that got in her way. Did I make it better for you? Because I think that she would have killed anybody that got in her way, and anybody that showed up. She would have killed Dina instantly and left Joel alive to torture him. She would have killed Abby or Ellie as soon as she came through the door.
I would have at least seen what's up. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're getting the lick back, get the lick back all the way. It's like, oh, you are,
then
you know, you're crying out for Joel. You must be the little bitch
that wanted to give her life.
Bullet in the kneecap.
Well, here, give your life now.
Yeah. Yeah, that episode was crazy. That was crazy. I know we were wondering if they were going to deviate hard and maybe he doesn't die. But no, they said fuck that. They said fuck that. We're doing it.
Would that be a big change if they didn't?
I would assume so.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, absolutely. So that Tommy scene was great, but I do wish he was there in the capital because I mean that goes to like you said, he's the one that said Joel's name, and I think in the game he does feel a little responsible. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So
it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this plays out. I guess it like Dina being there will add to their chemistry a little bit. You know, obviously, you know, them going to Seattle, but ooh, that was crazy.
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Leave your thoughts on The Last of Us. What did you guys think of season 2, episode 2? Season 2, episode 2 down in the comments below.
Well, Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts is next. No, that's May 1st, huh? That is May 1st.
I keep seeing the trailers. How come they can't call themselves Thunderbolts?
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out why.
In the movie?
Yeah, probably.
It might be on Twitter already as to why.
You can go look it up.
Look it up.
But yeah, that is next Thursday.
Damn. Yeah.
Is that supposed to be a good one? It's not one of these other fucking filler bullshits they keep doing?
Well,
only one way to find out.
I guess. Y'all let me know.
All the content creators love it.
Yeah.
So
they always love it.
Soups didn't like Brave New World.
Am I gonna be fucking lost watching that one though?
No, it's a brand new movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
To an extent. To an extent.
There's some familiar characters. That's about it.
It'll be alright.
I don't know nobody on that shit.
Just give it a whirl.
I will though, that's why. I've had all the time.
Damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. All right. We'll get into it after camera. All right.
There you guys go. Another episode in the books. Leave your thoughts on everything we talked about in the news, everything we talked about on what we watched. Let us know what you guys thought about The Last of Us, Sinners, anything else we might have talked about. But yeah, we appreciate you guys watching the episode. For those of you listening on audio platforms, please drop us 5 stars. That'd be much appreciated. For all others, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That would also be much appreciated. But in the meantime, keep it locked here to LFG. We got you covered on anything and everything in pop culture. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.